Good morning, it's your dad. It's a windy morning. How about 10 o'clock Colorado time? Sitting here watching it dump snow. Anyway, I'll send you a video. Give me a call. What do you think? Catch up. Say hi. Bye.
Hey Dad, it's Arielle. It's Father's Day again. Can you believe that this is the 7th Father's Day since you passed on? 7 years. It's pretty wild how time flies. It's impossible for me on this day not to think about who I was when you left this world and who I've become since. I think any of us who've lost a loved one would change it if we could. But since we can't, I just have to thank you for everything that your life and death taught me. You always lived in the moment, almost to a fault. Generally, when someone invited you to do something, you'd respond, "It's a definite maybe." You never wanted to be tied down if a better offer came along. But with that, wherever you were was exactly where you wanted to be. And because of that, you always lit up every room that you walked into. Your presence was infectious. In fact, I'd always known you had impacted a lot of lives, but at your memorial service, it showed me it was deeper than that. You made people feel alive. You showed them what it was like to live life all in. And that wholehearted attention you gave every moment you were in left an impression with every single person that you met. Somehow you could make everyone feel that you were the best of friends, even if you just met. I'm not as good at that as you are, but I have been told by my close friends that I'm pretty good at making the best of any situation. I guess your passing gave me some perspective on what situations are actually worth fretting over. Perspective. Your passing gave me perspective on a lot of things. Like how we don't actually know how much time we have left in this adventure called life. Like how our tomorrows aren't promised. Like how important it is to enjoy life as much as possible. It's still pretty wild to me that you died on your 60th birthday. I heard a saying once from a friend that according to one spiritual school of thought, when you die on your birthday, it means you've completed your soul's journey in the human world. I'm not sure what I believe, but I like the idea of that. 60 years is pretty short compared to many, but I swear you lived more in those 60 years than most people would if they were given 200. I think you'd be proud of me. I think you'd be excited to hash out all the details of my adventures. You know that wild, rebellious streak I have is all you. And the blue eyes. As much as I like to say I have my own eyes, it's impossible not to see the memories that your friends see when they look at me. In fact, it's almost too much for me. It's enough to hold my own pain, but the deep gap you left in the lives of your friends isn't a burden I feel strong enough to hold. I hid myself in the back room at your memorial. In my hiding, I felt like I was stealing closure from others, but I've learned since then that we all have to find our own way there. I got married this year. We climbed a mountain. We climbed that mountain, the one that looks over our home. While in the flesh, it was just the two of us there, committing to love one another. I have a sneaky suspicion you may have been there in attendance. Truth be told, every wedding I went to after your death was hard for me. I would be so happy for the bride and groom, but absolutely shattered by the father-daughter dance. Luckily, I never wanted a traditional wedding anyways. Your death brought me back to this valley, to Colorado, to my roots. It brought me to reconnect with the amazing man that became my husband. It made me value family so much more. It taught me that time is short, life is unpredictable, and we sure as hell better enjoy as much of it as we possibly can. So cheers to you, Dad. Happy Father's Day. I love you. I miss you.